Ugh. Bianca? What happened? Where are we?
I really don't know, Venom. I was asleep with you in our room with the kids, and we just woke up here.
This is weird. What's going on here? Who even brought us here?
I did. I brought you both here.
Who the hell are you?
What do you want from us? Ha. No. Is that really a way to treat your sister like that? Ha. Hey little bro, it's been a while. You look all grown up.
Sis? Judy? How are you alive? I thought you were dead. Kevin killed you.
Venom, I thought you said your sister was dead. Well, I am dead. Well, for now. Until I be brought back to life. This is just a dream, you guys. Or maybe a vision. Who knows? I just wanted to see you again, Venom. And this is the first time meeting Bianca. I just want to say thank you for looking after my little brother. And thank you for making him happy.
Judy. It's been years. Years since I seen you. Years since you've been dead. Years since Kevin took you away from me. Even though this is a dream, I'm so happy to see you again, Judy. I've been thinking about you every day, sis. I missed you so fucking much, sis. I'm sorry for not saving you.
Don't be. It's not your fault. I'm not blaming you, little bro. You did what you could. I have been watching you. Both of you.
You have?
Yes, little bro. I've been watching you. Both of you. And I am so proud of both of you. Even you the most. I am so proud of you. And our parents would be too. All the people you saved. All the people you helped out. I am even proud of our other brother too. The big guy too. He helped so much. I'm glad to see you two are working together. And now you have a new family, a new home, and new friends. And now you're married. And have kids too. I wish I could have been part of your life, Venom. But I am still proud of you. And Bianca. Thank you for taking care of my little bro for me. It's no problem, Judy. I am glad to be a part of Venom's life. And forever too. You're welcome. I also know the whole thing of the whole life paradox thing that is going on. You won't be alone to face him alone. You, Apep, and Daniel will stop him. Promise me, Venom. Promise me you will stop the paradox. You, Apep, and Daniel. Promise me all of you will stop him. And his Darkia Empire.
I will. We will try. Judy.
Good. It's time for you both to go now. We will see each other again soon.
Sis. I can't leave you. Please.
We will see each other again, Venom. I promise. Go kick Fly Paradox's ass for me.
I will. I love you, sis.
I love you too. Little brother.
Judy, no. Huff. 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 That couldn't been a dream. It was way too real. Could it? I don't know.
I don't know either, Venom. Hey. We will bring Judy back to life, Venom. I promise.
If you two had the same dream, that means one thing. Judy's soul crossed over to Astralis and she contacted you via its dream comms network.
Wait. You had this dream too? But how?
Not exactly. But we both know the location where the dream took place. Astralis. That place is the yin to Marhabane's yang. That realm is governed by Nephthys and Khonsu, since they're the only two deities that have ties to the celestial gods after all.
I see. But how did her soul change into mine and Bianca's dreams?
Unlike Marhabane, Astralis has its own dream communications network. The person that individual is trying to reach has to be in Azteca or Hell Abithia more than 24 hours for it to patch through. And Consa just recently found her soul reserve, meaning if Judy contacted you via Astralis' dream communications network, her soul must have crossed over from the reserve to the astral gate.
I see. So what now?
Wah! Wah! Mama! Daddy! Wah! Mama! Daddy! Bad dream! Wah! Sounds like the kids are up. May you guys give me 1 second?
Yeah, we better take this conversation away from your newborns.
Good call, Apep. I know where we can resume from prying ears.
Where would that be?
I just had reservations done to Hell Abithia while we were in Greece, as I just had a luxury living room installed, so we'll carry on there.
Okay. Well, let's head up there. Holy shit. This place is huge.
Hell Abithia is a lot bigger than it gives off. You'll see nothing like this at Sphinx Falls. Least till Consa makes me Pharaoh again from our little chat the other day.
I see. So what now, Pep?
We need to know what specific gate Judy summoned you and Bianca to in your dream, as they have a lot of astral gates. Last thing we need is retrieve Isis, go to Astralis, and we end up resurrecting Judy at the wrong one.
It was a big large red gate. And it had writing of Japanese language on it. And it had lots of trees around it. That's all I know.
The gate of Keneshimi? That astral gate's reserved for souls who were murdered unjustly. So if her soul's over there, then she was murdered unjustly by someone.
Yeah. And I already know who killed her.
Kevin Wright. He would have been executed by my Mia Apeps already, if Ivo didn't step in their way and give him that sendute.
Don't remind me of that freak. When me, Power Troop, and Hanzo fought him, Power Troop was about to kill him. But somehow, someone teleported him away. I still don't know who did it. I just don't know why they would save that freak from death.
I did. Now don't get me wrong. I don't agree for what he did to Judy. He was not in control of himself. I took him to Nalcratis and left him with Bestet, till she, myself, and Hazel can figure out a way to expel that symbiote from him permanently. That demon Carnage is what's making him do the things he did. I still remember what he said when I entered his mind. The poor kid thought I was gonna hurt him. You don't know the true extent of someone's pain and suffering until you experienced it yourself. That, and his mother was murdered right in front of him, by his own father.
What? Why the hell did you say that freak from death? He told that same story to me, to Power Troop, and to Hanzo. And it was a bullshit story. All he does is feed you lies. He has put me through pain for a long fucking time. He killed my sister, he worked with Eggman, he hunted me down for years, I always have to fight him, and he gave me fucking nightmares because of what he did. And now you feel sorry for that monster. He killed so many people, even fucking kids and babies. A fucking baby. Tell me, why did you save him? He deserved death. He hurt my wife too many times. I'll be damned if I ever let him get near my wife and my kids.
Because Lilith has experienced the same things Kevin did at the Garden of Eden. That was, till I saved her.
What? Damn. I'm sorry, Lilith. But for someone like Kevin, he can never change it. What if he breaks out and goes on a killing spree? What then? What will you do? Kevin cannot be changed. He can't be trusted.
Years of abuse, bullying, and trauma will do that to you. Not everyone is going to have a childhood that they'll look back on with pleasure. When the people whom you thought loved you leaves you to die, what are you supposed to do? In Kevin's case, It was either fight or flight. Take my husband Apep over there, for example. When I died in his arms, he burned Azteca to the ground, spent 12,000 years in Marhabane, and came back as a new person. Your past doesn't define your future. I thought I was going to spend eternity at the Garden of Eden, after my people turned their back on me, though I deserved it, for having a reputation for being a seductress to those that entered. I offered him the same Apep offered me years ago, a second chance at life and seeing. He didn't have him on anymore due to his farce actions. And guess what? He accepted without hesitation. You can even listen to a whole conversation with Northwind if you're still convinced. I'm not saying you to have to be friends or anything. All I ask is when you're ready, hear him out as years of abuse, bullying, and trauma does a lot to a person in ways you can't even begin to imagine.
Sigh. Fine. I will try. But I still won't forgive him. It's just, I don't have it in me to forgive him. If he does change good, I still won't forgive him. But if he does turn good, and pay for his crimes, I'll try not to hold that hate towards him anymore. But I can't forgive him. I'm sorry, Lilith.
I can't speak for Lilith, but myself. I never forgave anyone in my entire life, especially those whom wronged me. Just because me and Nethys are on talking terms doesn't mean I forgive her for what she put me through. It took me years for me and her to be on talking terms. I was a bit skeptical of her even trying to contact Kevin, but I gave her a chance, as she doesn't do anything unless running it by me first. But I don't want to keep going on and on about Kevin. Let's head to Sphinx Falls and see if we can find either Isis or Tronur, who is the current guardian of Astralis.
Okay. Right. Let's go.
If Bianca asks where we are, tell her we're at Sphinx Falls talking with Isis. Anyway, to Sphinx Falls we go. Keota Ashtek.
By the gods! Out of all my years of being a doctor, I've never seen anything like this. How were you able to keep this concealed from the Order for the past 14 months, my lord?
I had Northwind for those 14 months. That's probably why no one in the Order or Apep noticed it. But I'm sure they will know once I step out that door once we're done. What are the results of my CSAT scan I sent him before this appointment?
Not good. Consider your recent battle in Greece your last. Especially at the rate this is progressing. With Northwind at your disposal, you'll be lucky to make it through the next 3 months up to a year.
Really?
I don't know how to tell you this, Lord Anubis. You have an aggressive form of bone cancer. Consider yourself lucky you can even stand, as Northwind had kept it at bay for 14 months. That was until your battle in Greece last week.
What? I had bone cancer all this time? Didn't see that one coming. Good thing I sent him my CSAT scan right away. Is it curable?
It's uncurable. We've ran tests with the remaining specks of Northwind that was in your system. It can't even make a dent on the cancer cells. Your survival chances are very slim.
Uncurable? Bullshit. There has got to be something to cure it. I've been healthy for the majority of my lifetime, even as Pharaoh of Azteca. There's got to be at least something to cure it, or at least trim it down temporarily like Northwind was doing for those 14 months.
I don't think you understand, Lord Anubis. You're gonna die from this. It's advanced to the point of no return. It's not if you'll die from it, but when. From our estimation, you have up till the end of the year to live. I would make peace with whatever unfinished business you have while you are still able to before it renders you bedridden. And when it does, it'll already be too late. Your bones are already losing strength. But slowly, I want to thank you for being Pharaoh for as long as you have. I wish this wasn't the news I'd had to give you. But I have to. I'd inform your immediate family and choose your successor as Pharaoh. the sooner you walk out that door.
What? I'm going to die from this? I've got a family and business partners that depend on me. You expect me to tell my 2 sons, daughter, wife, and the rest of my family that their father/brother/uncle is dying from bone cancer, and I only have 3 months up to a year to live? Please tell me this isn't the final solution. There's got to be something that can extend my lifespan. Please.
I'm sorry, Lord Anubis. There's nothing we can do. We've exhausted every avenue to find a cure to no avail. And one more thing. I'd also start planning Operation Banha Bridge. The plan for your funeral procession when you pass away, which will be any day now.
Thank you for everything you've done over the years, Doctor. If this is the last time you ever see me step through your doors, I just want you to know that I appreciate all you've done over the years for myself and the Order. So again, thank you. I sincerely mean that. 80,000 years of my life I've sacrificed for Azteca and its partners, and now I'm dying from bone cancer. Just the last thing I need. Sigh. I guess it's come to this. Not only do I need to choose my successor for when I pass away, I also need to plan my own funeral procession, which is not something I want to do. I'm not gonna hide this from the Order. I'm gonna inform them right away. It pains me knowing this is gonna hurt them emotionally, but it must be done.
Is everything alright, Anubis? You are not your usual self. I think I speak for all of us when I say that something is seriously wrong.
The temple doctor got the CStat scans back today, and it's not good. I have a very advanced stage of bone cancer. Nothing can cure it, not even Northwind. We need to start planning Operation Banha Bridge immediately.
Operation Banha Bridge? That's not supposed to go into effect for another 1,000 years. You're dying?
Which I am not happy about the very least. It's not if I pass away, but when. Only reason it was undetected for all those months because I had Northwind. Now I don't have the form anymore. The cancer shown itself and is attacking my bones at a very aggressive rate. Luckily, I can still stand for the time being. I am unlikely to survive the end of my term. We need to put Apep down as my successor right away.
Talk about a bad stroke of luck. We get our asses handed to us by General Darkia in Greece, only to find out you have an advanced stage of bone cancer you are very unlikely to survive. We all knew you were sick the second your tools started changing coloration, but we didn't know how severe. But now it's gravely serious to the point where Operation Banha Bridge has to be initiated 1,000 years early. This is like Queen Elizabeth II's passing at Balmoral all over again.
How did you even get bone cancer in the first place?
Oedipus most likely. When Apep and I stormed the Vatican, we found a poison ring in Lorenzo VIII's council chamber that he used on him twice. And apparently he had a second one, which Apep, Salazar, and Davina didn't see since it camouflaged so well with his fraudulent version of Northwind 3. By the time the shockwave hit both me and Apep, it was already too late.
How could you let this happen? You're supposed to take safety precautions as Azteca's pharaoh at all times. What am I supposed to tell Kizel and Selila? That their uncle Anubis is dying from an aggressive form of bone cancer that was preventable 3 months ago, but you chose not to?
How could you say that if I didn't know I even had bone cancer until today? You honestly think I'm happy about telling my wife Alucion, Salazar, Draxius, and Kamisha that I'm dying? I'm not, as they're gonna be as traumatized about it as all of you. If I didn't care, I won't have called this meeting to even begin with to start preparations for Banha Bridge and have a successor as pharaoh ready for when I eventually pass away. It was either Oedipus, or me, Apep, Salazar, and Davina. We didn't have a lot of options. Sending Oedipus 12,000 years into the past was Apep's call, not mine. I'm still gonna fulfill my duties as pharaoh as I normally do, until I pass away. Part of the oath I took as pharaoh was, serve until death. And I do not regret one word of it, so if I have to carry out my duties knowing that I won't survive the end of the year doing so, So be it. I busted my ass 80,000 years for this kingdom and our partners, and I'm not gonna stop now because I have an aggressive cancer that's very likely to kill me by the end of the year.
I'm sorry. I can't do this right now.
If there's one thing you proved within the past 5 minutes, Anubis, though you're dying, you're still a hardhead that won't accept help, even if it's offered to you.
I wish I didn't even have to plan Operation Banner Bridge to begin with. Mother? Father?
Seeing that this is a very crucial matter, we'll have to start planning immediately. Nephews?
Yeah. We'll have to inform Apep on your decision on making him your successor at some point.
This seriously cannot be happening. After we get our asses handed to us by Apep and his empire, Lord Anubis now has an aggressive form of bone cancer he's unlikely to survive. Wow. This is a lot to take in. I can't imagine how you must be feeling, Isis.
What am I supposed to tell Kizal and Salila now? That their uncle Anubis is gonna be dead by the end of the year? I'm not doing it.
We don't have much of a choice, Isis. It's either tell Kizal and Salila or Khonshu and Nephthys is gonna tell them. They're gonna be heartbroken about the news either way.
Hey Isis, we need to ask. Isis, what's wrong?
Yeah, why are you crying?
It's Anubis. When we came back from Greece last week, his quills changed dramatically. We had advised him to send a C-stat scan to the temple physician, and the physician just got them back today. And it's not very good news. He was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of bone cancer. We didn't know about it until recently as Northwind kept the cancer cells at bay. And now, he doesn't have the form anymore. It's attacking his bones at a very alarming rate. He's not expected to survive and is very likely to pass away by the end of the year.
Anubis had cancer this whole time. It's that serious that he's planning Operation Banner Bridge now. By the gods, I am such a fucking moron. Only if I knew that sooner.
What? He has cancer. How the hell did he get it in the first place?
The astral chaos! Damn you, Oedipus! You couldn't die with dignity! You had to give my brother cancer! You no good, Roman son of a bitch!
He was the one who did this to Anubis, that son of a bitch. But how did Oedipus Rex give Anubis cancer?
He tried to kill the current Pope of the Vatican with a poison ring twice when we attacked, Lorenzo VIII. He must have had a second one, while in Eastwind 4. It came off left with his fraudulent North Wind 3 so well at me. Salazar and Davina didn't see it, and Anubis fell victim to it when he sent us flying with that shockwave he did when we both punched him in the face. When we face the rest of those Rexons, whether it's Lucina, Discordia, or Jupiter himself, they're gonna get my full wrath just for that.
Oh my god. Is there a way we can save Anubis?
There's nothing they can do. The physician tried everything. He's fine now. But the final months leading up to his death, his bones will be dust and he'll be confined to his bed until he passes.
So more or less, he's gonna die a bedridden cripple. Why? The fucking gods, Salazar and Davina are gonna be heartbroken once they hear this.
What about we give him a symbiote? I know it's a bad idea, and who knows what will happen. But after learning about the symbiotes, they can heal almost anything.
Not this it can't! Once a god's bones turn to dust, you're a sitting duck until the Grim Reaper himself comes calling. Our world plays by a different set of rules, with everything, medicine included.
So no symbiote or anything could help him? At all? No. God fucking damn it.
But there is one thing we can do.
What's that?
If we can somehow make a symbiotic version of the Pharaoh's staff for support, this way he can still fulfill his duties until his passing, and the symbiote will help him get around as far as walking and basic motor functions. If I know my brother like I think I do, he'll try to fulfill his duties, regardless of his impending demise, diplomat or not. He's one of the most hard-working pharaohs Aztec has ever had.
Wait. You'll help him? Though he looks like he's on death's door.
Of course I'm gonna help him! He's my brother for crying out loud! What family do you know doesn't fight, if any, rarely?
Count me in if this will keep Anubis alive longer than I'm in, but which type of a piece of the symbiote are we gonna give him?
Ultimate North Winds. Last thing we need is a symbiote to go rogue and end up destroying Sphinx Falls while Anubis is trying to do his day-to-day duties, as he more than likely put me as his successor should he not survive.
But how are we gonna give him the piece of Ultimate Northwind symbiote to him?
Really? I'm literally wearing it right now.
Oh, I'm a dumbass.
Don't mean to go off topic, but what were you and Apep going to ask me?
Ask you? Oh right. I was wondering if it's okay if Apep can bring my sister back from the dead. I just want to see my sister again. It's been too long since I seen her. And I just want my sister back.
And where did you plan on resurrecting this sister of yours?
Astralis. Why?
Wait. Astralis. I've been to that place before. In mine and Bianca's dreams.
That's because Astralis has its own dream comms network. Most of our illusions from certain memories stored in your mind.
Wait. It can do that? That's impossible.
Tell that to the Pagoda of Duality, the celestial god that watches over that realm.
I don't have an issue with bringing her back in Astralis, but I'm bringing someone along as she's Astralis' current guardian.
Who's that?
That would be me. Name's Cronoa. Usually, I'd refuse to help you Helidithians, but since you've gone out of your way to offer to help Lord Anubis make his last days easier, I'll gladly help you bring your sister Judy back.
Thank you, Cronoa. You're not as bad as I thought you were.
Don't mistake my kindness for weakness, Helidithian god of thunder. Just because I'm a 4-footed Kaioshin doesn't mean I can't take boots to asses to those that get on my bad side. Ask Lilith what happened when my boyfriend Zabek Karashi threw a lemongrass sake Molotov at her head.
Yeah, tell that to the big guy. 'Cause if you piss him off, he will bite your head off.
Didn't think the big guy was into assaulting women. Thanks for the heads up on that one, Venom. It's a pleasure to...
Do you Kai-Oshins ever shut the fuck up? Your species is very social, Trono. I get that. But can we get this over with?
No need to be rude, Apep. But sure. Chayuda hashtag.
You astral Kai-Oshins definitely know how to put up a fight against a Roman god like myself. I'll give you that. I'll ask one last time. Where is Anubis and Apep?
Like we told you, even if he wanted to fight you, he can't do to that bastard son of yours Erebus giving it to him via a heavily camouflaged poison ring. We don't know where Lord Apep is. Last we heard he was with Chrono and Lady Isis at Sphinx Falls. Believe whatever delusion you want Jupiter Rexon, but it's the truth.
So Anubis is going to die anyways. Least that's something Oedipus did right during the fight in the astral chaos. Only if he done the same to Apep. But I'll take care of that little problem. It's unfortunate I have to kill you.
Bring it, Jupiter.
give up Kai. You have no chance against a god, a Roman one at that.
You may be from a different galaxy and Jupiter Rexon, but you're still a god like us Kais whether you want to admit it or not.
And that is where the similarities end. Here I thought a majority of you Kais were mostly the social type. Didn't think there were those that fought as well. You put up a good fight, Kai Oshin. But this is where it...
Is that all you got, Jupiter? A blunt force attack from your side? You're supposed to be the king of the Roman gods.
You have got to be kidding me! How did that not knock you out?
We Kai Oshins are more resilient than you give us credit for Jupiter Rexon.
I can clearly see that. Don't expect that to last much longer, Kai.
Apologies for interrupting your duel, Father, but via Paradox requests to speak with you.
Now, when I'm about to take this Kai Oshin's head off, took him long enough. Take over. And make sure this Kai isn't breathing when I'm finished.
Oh, he won't be. Not when I get done with him.
You must be Lucina Rexon, one of the new Eastern deities we've been hearing about.
I am. Too bad, but you're about to get your ass handed to you by a younger and faster Rexon.
Not sure why Paradox would want to speak with me for, while I'm trying to find Anubis and Apep, but better to call the big man himself. Lucino said you wanted to speak with me. What can I do for you, old friend?
That dark-eyed and snake-god Apep are in Astralis. They might be there to bring someone back to life.
What a coincidence, as I just happened to be looking for a Apep anywhere myself. If he's here in Astralis, then that just made my job easier. Myself, Lucino, and Discordia will hold them off while you try that nightmare darkness spell of yours on the Dark Hog's newborn again. Since it didn't do the trick when we tried it this morning, due to Apep and the Dark Hog being there.
Okay then. But if this does not work, if this plan won't work, it won't end well for you or for your two daughters. Show me any sign of weakness to me, and it won't end well for all three of you. Do you understand me, Jupiter?
I'm not my son Oedipus. I have the Whirlwind symbiote ready to go just in case. Just tell me how long you need, and I'll keep them occupied till that time.
For about 3 minutes. My nightmare of darkness won't take long. I just need 3 minutes for the darkness to corrupt the Dark-Eye's new form.
3 minutes it is. And from that scream I heard Lucina just wrapped up with the Kai. I'll leave you to it while we greet our guests outside.
Very well then. But remember, if you fail this, I'll have your head, and your daughter's heads too. Show any weakness, or show any type of failure, and I will have your head, and it won't end well for all of you. Do I make myself clear, Jupiter?
You are understood by Paradox. Should I disappoint you, you're welcome to kill me at any time.
Very well then. Now, be gone.
Lucina, Discordia, time to entertain our guests. But above all else, leave Apep and that Dark Hog to me.
Here we are, Astralis, and... Can't you in Nephthys' temple? It's open. They're back already.
Expecting someone else, Krunala. Nephthys and Konzu are at Sphinx Falls planning Anubis' funeral procession. In the meantime, you'll be dealing with us.
Who the hell is that?
Jupiter Rexon, the father of Oedipus and the king of the Roman pantheon.
So, you're Apep, and the strapping lad next to you must be your new enforcer, Venom the Dark Hog. The Darkia Empire have briefed me about you, and I'm pretty sure you four know why I'm here, don't you?
No, I fucking don't. You got 5 seconds to tell me why you're here, or I will fucking rip your head off.
Fisty, aren't we? Paradox warned me you'd have this reaction. I've come. For retribution for what Apep and Anubis did in the astral chaos. But, since Anubis is unlikely to survive, I'll just claim Apep's wife instead.
Oh, please, Jupiter! You think you three puny Eastwains are a match for me and my new enforcer here? You are just as delusional as Anubis. Now we know where he gets his arrogance from. You and your two slutty daughters, who look like they couldn't fight out of a paper bag if their lives depended on it.
Mention my daughters Lucino and Discordia one more time, Apep, and it'll be the last thing you'll say in my presence.
How about you fucking back off, Jupiter fuck? But why? Why has the Darkia Empire invite Paradox join you? Why of all people have to be him, Jupiter fuck?
I've known Paradox for the same amount of time as that Firestorm Wolf friend of yours, who I know you bring into this, which you are more than welcome to do, to make this war between the Roman and Aztec pantheon more fair. And what are you going to do if I don't? What could you possibly offer battle-wise that I haven't been briefed on already?
You really have no idea who you just joined.
You speak total nonsense, Herabithian. What are you even going on about with that? Awful rubbish you just spewed out of that disgusting mouth of yours.
You really don't know Paradox at all. Do you? How long before he sees you all week? If he sees you all week, you want to know what he will do? He will fucking kill you. For being weak. He has done it before. Onto one of his members. That were weak. So tell me, what will you do? If Paradox does something like that to you all?
We're gods of the Roman pantheon. They're not. I fail to see the argument you're trying to prove, Herabithian. Maybe you are just as much of a brainless twit Paradox said you are.
Says the two Roman gods who looked like they dumped their heads into a pigsty.
Care to repeat that again, Kai Ocean? I'll send your sorry ass to hell so fast, so won't you even.
Don't let a member of Anubis' pathetic order get to you, Discordia.
Care to prove that statement in battle? Since you apparently know Paradox better than us Roman gods, how about you put your money where your mouth is and show me?
Gladly. And if you lose, then don't say that I didn't warn you. Paradox will torture you in the most brutal way you can imagine. Even more brutal than Apep. No offense, Apep.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Proceed.
But anyway, let's fucking go, Jupiter fuck. Or do you want to ask your two daughters for permission, you pussy fuck?
I don't need Lucino or Discordia to take you. Bring it, you black sperm god pretender. That's it. This is all Herabithian's God of Thunder is capable of. I expected better from someone who's the enforcer of the most vengeful god in every universe known to man.
Huff, huff, huff. Not bad. But you will not win this fight, Jupiter fuck. If you lose, I don't feel sorry of what Paradox will do to you and your daughters. I'm not even at full power yet. Ha 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 ha.
You Herabithians! Mock us Romans for the last time!
Let's see how you do against Eastwind 4, and not a variant my son Anubis had to rip off Northwind 3.
Really? Is this the best you can do, Jupiter fuck? You're so much weaker than I thought.
I do have one other form I can take. which I wasn't planning on using till another war I had planned once this one with the Aztecans was done.
The hell are you talking about? What the fuck? How did you get the power of the symbiote? That's impossible.
My son Olympus had secret land in the Vatican that Messina, Discordia, and myself didn't know about till recently, and I was working on this advisor topic for quite some time, so I picked up where he left off.
Oh my god. It can't be. No. Well, symbiote or not, I will still kick your ass.
I'm ready here, you Dexter got to tender fuck.
Venom will smash puny Jupiter fuck.
What's this? Synthians can contract nothing. Now that I didn't know, this just got interesting.
Enough puny Jupiter fuck.
Huff. I'm being pushed back. This can't be happening. I'm Jupiter Rexon, king of the Roman gods, and I'm being defeated by a interstellar god. That's it. No more mercy. I'm gonna incinerate you and Astralis to ashes.
I'm right here, puny Jupiter fuck. Ultimate Venom is not done kicking your ass. Fight Ultimate Venom. Don't hold back. Now get up. Get the fuck up now. Ultimate Venom is not done with you. Get up. Now.
Consider this your lucky day, as myself, Lucino, and Discordia have other business matters to attend to. Make no mistake, in Kostia City, you'll all be dead. Chayota Ashtek.
Get the fuck back here. Pussy Jupiter fuck. Gah. Fucking pussy.
I didn't think Jupiter Rexon would be that ballsy that he, Lucina, and Discordia would show their faces in Astralis.
I thought we put this war with the Roman pantheon behind us 3 months ago after you. Anubis, Salazar, and Davina fought Oedipus in the astral chaos. Apparently not.
Can't believe that fucking pussy ran away. What a fucking pussy. And since healed, thy Paradox won't be too happy with Jupiter fuck.
Oedipus is something of a pussy himself, since he gave Lord Anubis cancer 3 months ago, but we didn't know about it till after our fight in Greece.
Yeah, so what now?
The Kanashimi Astral Gate is just up ahead, at that altar over there.
Okay, let's go. Let's bring my sister back to life. Tell me again, Apep, what kind of items are you looking for?
Soul results. Judy isn't the only soul who was murdered unjustly that resides here. She could be in any one of these. As Khonsu and Nephthys get over 10 billion souls come to make Astralis their residence a day.
Okay, how do we know if we pick the right one?
They're labeled of the year they passed away. She'll be in the section of soul results that'll be in the year 12,000, which would translate to the year 2000 on the mortal calendar.
Okay, I'll try to find it.
Found her. Row J7.
Thank God. So now what?
We have to place it under the arch while Isis does the resurrection ritual. And this is the first time we've done this ritual in Astralis, so we don't know how this one will react.
Okay then. Let's do it.
Ready whenever you are, Isis.
Kia ora! Rush Rector Releza!
Gah! Huff. Huff. Man. What? What a nightmare. Wait. Where am I? Who are you people? You're in Astralis. Azteca Soul Reservatory. I'm Chronoa. That's Isis. And a man with a purple crook and snake staff is Apep. I'm sure you're familiar with the person next to him. Venom? Is that you?
Hey sis. Long time no see.
It's been a long time since I see you.
That's because a person named Kevin. He killed you, sis.
I've been dead for years? How? How is that even possibly?
Yeah, a lot has happened while you were dead.
I can't believe this. I've been dead for years. I have been gone from Venom's life for a long time.
Venom has been in good company ever since you were gone. He's had me, Lilith, and Bianca. And another thing you should know. You're an ant now as well, as he has kids of his own. Iroh's dead as we recently disposed of him in Verona.
I'm an ant? My little brother had kids? I can't believe it. I've been gone, and I miss my little brother having kids? And he's married?
Hold on! Bianca's calling my staff from Helabithia. Yes, Bianca.
Get Venom here now! You guys need to come here now! Something's wrong with Nico!
Is that glass breaking I hear over there? Explain! Now!
My son Nico woke up, and he said he had a nightmare, and he just exploded. His symbiote powers came out of nowhere. And not only that, he has blue and green electricity forming around him. He is out of control.
We have to cut our little reunion toss short. Nico and his symbiote are gonna destroy Helabithia if we don't step in now.
What? What the hell happened?
He most likely had the same nightmare he had this morning. You and Judy hold on to me now. Cheata Ashtik. Bianca! Nico! Where is he?
He's outside. Lilith is there trying to calm him down.
Nico, you have to calm down. We're not here to hurt you. We're trying to help, but you're making it difficult. Control your anger.
Liar. Just like that purple demon in our dreams. Nothing but lies. You tried to hurt us, and hurt Nico, and tried to corrupt us. We never been good enough for you, or Uncle Apep, or Mom, or Dad. We try our best to become good, and you threw us away. Just like all the things like that purple demon with red eyes told us about. Well, no one is hurting Nico.
We gotta calm him down before Anubis and the rest of the Order see the light show your newborn is displayed.
Apep, hurry your butt up. I can't hold him off much longer.
Nico, calm down. Daddy's here. Calm down.
What took you to so long? Me and Bianca could have gotten seriously hurt from that outburst Nico's symbiote had inflicted onto our citadel.
Had it not been for Jupiter Rexons showing up and confronting all four of us in Astralis, we would have been back already.
What? You Venom, Isis, and Trono. We're confronted by Jupiter Rexon in Astralis.
Yeah, this war escalated big time.
Daddy! Bad dream! Dark monsters! Wah! Purple monster! Red eyes monster! Scared me! Wah!
That's what his nightmare was about. Paradox and Jupiter Rexon. How does he know about them? Especially at his current age that he's at.
Unless... Damn it, Paradox. He must have used the Nightmare of Darkness to try to corrupt my son. The symbiote must have reacted to the corrupting of darkness and fought off the darkness within my son.
The fight in Astralis! Jupiter Rexon and Paradox had that plan. The entire time. How did we not realize that sooner?
Well played, Paradox. Well played. Paradox is one sneaky bastard. When he wants to make sure his plan goes well, he means it. I wish I was here sooner.
A regret we both share. Nico or Brenna aren't safe here, seeing this is how Paradox and Jupiter are now gonna play. We're taking both of them to Mount Catherine and leaving them with Kizal and her clanswomen, as Hela Bithia is no longer safe for them now. Paradox knows they're living here. Meet me and Lilith at the courtyard of Sphinx Falls, as we need to come up with a plan, and fast. We may need to leave for Koistia City earlier than we originally planned. I can't believe we fell for that! Jupiter, Lucina, and Dysphoria were only in Astralis for one reason: to keep us occupied while Paradox was corrupting Venom's recent newborn son, or tried to, till his symbiote kicked in and saved him from that mind control technique he tried to do. We can't make another mistake like that again going forward, knowing this is how Paradox and Jupiter Rexon are now gonna play. I knew you said Paradox was a black-hearted monster, but not to this extent. Venom, did Paradox do this to you and Daniel before previously?
Well, not to me, or Daniel, but in the past he did. He corrupted some of Daniel's friends in the past. We had to fight off his friends. The only way we freed them was from the power of the Chaos Emeralds. Each of them has positive energy in it. So we shoot a positive energy beam at his friends, and they were free from the darkness.
Apep and I owe you an apology, Venom, for underestimating your warnings about him. Seeing how this is Paradox and Jupiter Rexon are now gonna play, do we still inform the Order?
After what Paradox and Jupiter just did, their actions revealed what we already knew last week in Greece. We're going to Koistia City immediately. Since they're both dead set on destroying Azteca and Hell-Abithia. Since Jupiter Rexon told him everything about us during their meeting at the Vatican. This war just escalated from a war between two pantheons to a universal one on a much larger scale. We need to recruit Daniel right away. If what they just did doesn't tell you they're not fucking around, I don't know what will.
And I'm gonna make Paradox pay for what he has done to my son. Though if you ask me, I don't think Jupiter won't be alive for much longer since he's around Paradox.
He might not, but his daughters Lucina and Discordia will.
Once we enter Kostia City, we're staying there. Least till Paradox and those Rexons are dealt with. And since Anubis is gonna die a cripple anyway, the Order answers to me by proxy. Whatever happens in regarding to Paradox and Jupiter stays between us three and Daniel. Is that understood?
Yes.
Yes. I'm doing this for my family. But who else is gonna join us besides Daniel?
Xetra, Abomashi, Seth, Konsu, Kizal, Nephthys, Isis, Barketori, Salazar, Davina, Tretius, and Zebek.
So they are all going with us to Daniel's world in Kostia City?
True Noah can't join us as Kaio Shins are forbidden to fight. Plus, she's the guardian of Astralis.
I see. So now we talk about this. What now?
Where are we gonna set up our operations while we're there? We obviously can't bring Hell-Abithia to Kostia City.
I got that covered. Turns out Kostia City has a luxury military outpost in the middle of the forest, with the cockpit of the old Boeing 747 sitting on top of it built right into the outpost. We'll use that as our base while in Kostia City.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Anything else we should bring?
A cellular device if you have one. Since Bianca, your kids, Trono, and the rest will be staying behind, and will be staying at Mount Catherine while we take the fight to Paradox Empire and the Rexons. What's left of them.
Okay. I'm gonna get my stuff ready, since we will be staying in Kostia City for a few days or weeks.
If you have any business in Azteca before you leave, do it now, as you won't be able to once we're in Kostia City. Once we're there, it's all business.
I don't think so. All I have to do is to get some stuff to take, like food, water, clothes and all. I will also be taking my phone with me, so I can call my wife to check on her.
Then aside from that, we should be good. Give us an hour and a half to round up the Order and the others who are coming with us. Lilith and I will call you once we're done. Anubis is abdicating as Pharaoh, just like that.
That's correct, Apep. Anubis had officially abdicated as Pharaoh while you, Isis, Venom, and Chronoa were in Astralis. A decision we had hoped wouldn't happen. Anubis felt he would be a burden if he went on with his duties only, to die months later. He doesn't want to put Lucian, Kamish, or any of his immediate family through any emotional pain. So you're now Pharaoh of Azteca. By proxy.
Well, that just complicated things. We're in the middle of a universal war with Jupiter Rexon and the Darkia Empire only to find out we're Pharaoh and Empress of Azteca again. This couldn't have come at a much worser time. No offense, Konsu.
None taken, Lilith. And you said Hell-Abithia is at war with Jupiter Rexon? The father of Oedipus?
Yeah. He wants retribution for what went down in the astral chaos 3 months ago, and he confronted us in Astralis. He was only there to keep us occupied while Paradox used the nightmare darkness on Venom's 2 newborn children, which caused one of them to nearly destroy Hell-Abithia. Luckily, Venom and I came back just in time.
Sigh. Those Rexons never learn, do they? Especially what happened to Oedipus. How do you and Lilith plan on addressing the issue?
We're planning to get a team and stay in Kostia City till the war with Jupiter, Paradox, and the Darkia Empire concludes. You and Nessis are one of the two names we picked, because you both are skilled fighters and taught Apep and I everything we know there is to fighting, and Northwind just did the rest.
This must be very serious if you're thinking gathering a team from both Helvetia and the Order to combat both Thy Paradox and Jupiter Rexon. Count myself and Nessis in. I'll ask around the Order to see if any of them want to join. Well, except for Chronoa, since Kai-Oceans are forbidden to get involved in any altercations. You two are dismissed.
I can't believe Anubis just up and abdicated his position as pharaoh all nilly-willy like that. Guess Isis wasn't lying about it attacking his bones at an alarming rate. Guess he's gonna die a cripple after all. Couldn't have happened to a better person.
Should we even be surprised at this point, Apep? This is Anubis we're talking about, the golden child of Nephthys. He's been very critical of us for centuries, and now he's using this bone cancer as an excuse to step down as pharaoh and let us take the reins. Something doesn't add up there.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was thinking literally the same thing as you. I knew something was going on when Khonsu came to Hell Abithia to ask me to be Azteca's pharaoh again without Nephthys being present. Anubis wasn't gonna rear in when his term as pharaoh ended regardless. So in a way, this was a win-win for us both. Though, our privacy and equity of Hell Abithia would have sufficed. But the Order want the same thing we do. Bring Azteca back as the universe's biggest superpower, which we'll be more than happy to oblige on helping with, since their goals now align with our own.
I was wondering where the both of you have been. I've been trying to contact you for the past hour.
That was you? I deeply apologize, dear boy. We've been so busy preparing for an incoming war in Kostia City against the Darkia Empire and the Rexons.
And the fact Anubis is going to die a bedridden cripple doesn't exactly help our situation any better in the Nordic world.
Wait, what's been going on with Anubis?
Long story fucking short. We have a tussle in Greece last week, and Anubis got way too cocky for his britches, and I took Northwind from him. Now only to find out he has a very advanced and aggressive form of bone cancer that'll more than likely kill him by the end of the year. We didn't know about it till recently because he had Northwind. It's gotten so bad that Operation Bandla Bridge has to be planned out and initiated 1,000 years early.
Damn. Bone cancer. That's gotta be a bitch. But who is gonna step in as pharaoh?
Myself and Lilith. Like 12,000 years earlier. Only this time, it's not temporary. Despite my past mistakes during my first reign, I had a lot of positives. I honestly didn't think I would even be considered as pharaoh of Azteca again after what happened with your father. But enough about that. What are you doing in Sphinx Falls anyway, Mark?
Me, the All-Father, and the Order of Asgard have been talking about it, and he came up with something to fortify our partnership after that revelation that your wife is my real mother.
Really now? And what would that be, dear boy?
I was gonna ask this later, but since Anubis is now on death's door, I'd like to be part of the Order of Azteca. As long you are Azteca's pharaoh for the foreseeable future, Asgard will serve you with honor and might.
Seeing that's most likely the case, and you've proven yourself worthy since I accepted your application to be one of my enforcers at Odin's behest, I don't see why not. Lilith?
No complaints from me. I don't see why not. I've always wanted you to be part of our empire in some shape or form. But I didn't want to come off like I was forcing you because I happen to be the wife of Azteca's god of chaos.
The Order of Azteca will now be stronger than ever with the Order of Asgard by their side.
We are already a dominant force 12,000 years ago. Don't forget you're also Hell-Abithian like myself, and Apep.
I believe, since I'm an Asgardian Aztecan hybrid, I would like to ask this as well. And Odin and the Order have pointed this out.
Scene. Anubis was one that was never open to suggestions how to make Azteca a better landscape from the Order, let alone his own business partners. I'll at least hear you out of what you have in mind. Continue.
Azteca and Asgard merged to become one nation under the gods of both pantheons.
What? Is that even legal to do? Seeing Khonsu and Nephthys called all of the shots as far as the decision-making when it came to Azteca's pharaoh and their consorts.
As long it suits Hell Abithia's security and stability and doesn't end up becoming a problem, it's 100% legal down to the letter. This was what Odin and Thor wanted the first time when I denied them. We'd be fools to deny them twice.
Now we have the foundations for this merger. Did you think of a name to call this?
The Commonwealth of Helvetia and Asgard, or CHA for short.
A Commonwealth of Pantheons, eh? I believe that's what the first pharaoh of Azteca or Ravon wanted, but never followed through due to Nephthys and Khonsu's influence. But if this will help bring Hell Abithia to be the biggest superpower in the universe like it once was, I'm all for it. You got yourself a deal.
Good to know. Now, we focus on Light Paradox and Jupiter Rexon, as I'll personally enjoy turning both of them into Blood Eagles. I am yours to command. Pharaoh Apep.
Appreciate the enthusiasm, but I'm not Pharaoh yet technically, as Operation Banha Bridge is still being planned out for once Anubis passes away. I'm only one by proxy, for now. Don't go anywhere as we're rounding up members of the Order for Kostia City. We shouldn't take long.
You Helvetians couldn't help yourselves, could you? We tried to have a civil conversation with you about our current situation and you just want to blow up and make threats to us. Anything relating to Jupiter Rexon or Light Paradox going forward, ask Apep since he's Pharaoh now by proxy. I let kicking our asses in Greece slide, but not this. If you want advice, here's one, hopefully one you and your little bitch there can understand. Leave Sphinx Falls and never return.
Geez. That set can't take any form of constructive criticism. Sound like anyone else we know?
Yeah. His brother, who's apparently dying, he's still salty despite us being in that sandstorm in Greece. He had his ass handed to him.
Just let it go, Darkatori. Set is just overreacting like he always does. Least Apep's Pharaoh now.
Speaking of Apep, here he and Lilith come now.
Should we ask what that argument with Set was about?
We had a similar meeting you and Lilith had with Khonsu about that Arab fuck Anubis supposedly having cancer, which I want to state for the record right now. He was the entire reason our meeting in Greece went to hell, so excuse me for not giving a fuck if he dies. The second he lands in Marhabane, he's dealing with me. The one thing you don't do is interfere in my business and think you can walk away unscathed.
Keyword, supposedly. What I'd like to know is where the Order's appointed temple physician even came to the conclusion that bone cancer was even a thing. I'm still under the impression that he's still using this bone cancer thing as an excuse because of what happened in Greece. If it is indeed true, I hope he dies a painful death for what he put us through all these years. And I don't regret saying it knowing there are people of the Order around. Sue me.
Medical malpractice. That's a very serious claim you're throwing, Lilith. But I do find it very fishy Anubis catches this not even a week I took Northwind from him during our war in Greece.
The temple physician isn't even a god like Darkatori yourself and Lilith, so how would she know? As it's not even cancer he's dying from.
Care to elaborate further, Wisty?
It's the result of being bitten by a deity who had a much more fearsome reputation than you, Lord Apep. He was the god of chaos when I was still enforcer for Ravan, Snake Titan Denwin. His venom is so hot that it can burn the bones of even the most hardworking gods to ash within 1,000 years should the victim be bit him.
Snake Titan Denvin's venom can do that. Just under 1,000 years. That can't be possible.
I can vouch for Darkatori Lilith. Denwen is in a section of Marhabane not even Kansu, Nephthys, Anubis, or yourself are allowed to enter. He's been there ever since R.A. Revan sealed him 70,000 years ago. They say whoever was last bit by Denwen dies, he'll be back to wreak havoc on those who wronged him. Similar to what you did until Ki Zhao ended your life 5 years earlier.
That means Ra-Ray Von sealed Dinwin 170,000 years ago from when his reign ended. If Dinwin's venom is that potent where it can turn a god's bones to ash, then where is he now?
In Marhabane, all this time, you don't hear any god regardless of the pantheon speak his name, as he can burn entire god pantheons to the ground if he so desired. Dinwin is the largest snake titan ever recorded in Aztecan history. He's even bigger than the Burj Khalifa skyscraper that sits in Karachi Royal City. If you're thinking of bringing him along to your new order, Ra-Ravan already tried that and failed. No one has been successful in winning over Denwen's loyalty. There's always a god more meaner and unremorseful than you, Apep.
Dinwin is larger than the Burj Khalifa skyscraper in Karachi Royal City.
By the gods! He makes Nefaris look like a total midget.
But how did Dinwin know to go after Anubis instead of us? Since I was Pharaoh, and you were Empress of Azteca before he had illusion.
If we known Ra-Ray Von like the four of us think we do, he wouldn't resort sending someone to Marhabane unless he knew that person posed a threat. Dinwin must have been a danger to everyone to where Ra didn't have a choice, and he only had to use one. And Ra must have trusted this specific seal to the one person who has the highest position above Azteca's entire pantheon.
The position Anubis gave my father, who had the same exact title as Dinwin, as he was once a snake titan himself. Grand Minister, my father Xafra has Dinwin's seal. We can't let that leave Hell Abithia. All of Azteca is doomed the second it does.
Let's not stray off too far off our talking point, Apep. You guessed it right, General Darkatory. We're indeed fighting Jupiter Rexon and Vi Paradox.
The father of Oedipus, whom you beat in Astral Chaos? Why am I not surprised? Count me and Wistian. I have a bone to pick with a member of the Darkia Empire for a while. Wix, he has an annoying habit where he thinks he's stronger than everyone else, and I think it's time we cut him from the Cloud9.
The same member whom defeated Venom a long time ago. He's quite the handful one, I see. Let us see if we can find Venom anywhere. We'll retrieve you the second we do.
We'll be here. Take as long as you need, Lord Apep.
Apep, where are you? Damn. I looked all over this place and I can't find him anywhere.
Hello there. Are you lost?
Huh? Oh. Well, yeah. You could say that. Who are you?
I'm Barstit, Azteca's goddess of protection. And that's my niece, Ki Zhao, the current priestess of the Order of Azteca.
Yeah. I heard of her. My wife managed to talk to Lilith to spare her life during the whole war thing that happened.
You said you're looking for Apep? Well, you're on the wrong section of Sphinx Falls.
Do you know where Apep is?
We do. But we have something we both would like to inform you of first, as Apep and Lilith are going to know about it as well. As we decided to bring on an extra member with the fight against Jupiter Rexon and Vi Paradox.
Okay. Who may that be?
She's standing right in front of you, Helibithian.
Wait. You Ki Zhao?
For goodness sakes. I was talking about me.
Oh shit. Sorry about that. Thought you mean Ki Zhao.
Plus, Apep and Lilith already picked me to join. But not Bastet. As to why they picked me, I'm the only person in the Order that's killed demons similar to those in the Darkia Empire. That? And I fought Apep himself. 5 years ago before you did.
I also heard about that as well. But let me say this. This is not no normal enemy or demons. You guys have fought. This is Vi Paradox we're talking about. He's like the toughest there is, and him and his empire are immortal. While it's true that two of the Paradox members, the Dark Twins, were defeated by Apep's sons, I bet they did not give every they have. I bet the Dark Twins didn't show their full power. Believe me, I faced them before in the past, and they beat the shit out of me. And his number 1 ranked soldier managed to defeat the Beast of Destruction at the time, in just about 5 seconds.
Hey Mom, she's out. Apep and Lilith are looking for. Wait, you're an enforcer for Apep and Lilith?
Yes, I am. Got a problem with that.
Wow, I haven't seen you since I dumped Silver and this is the first high I get. You haven't changed, have you? All jokes aside, great to see you, Venom. I'd never thought I'd see the day where you and Bianca would be living in Helidicia with Apep and Lilith.
Unlike kids. So you know Silver, huh?
Sure do. Me and him went ways back in the day.
That's cool. I have not heard of Silver in a while since my wife took him to a hospital after what Carnage did to him on Sonic and Shadow.
Then do not go to Necrotis. As Kevin's staying there, please tell Mom she's how and Lilith figure out how to expel Carnage from his body.
I heard about that. Can't say I'm too happy about that. Not after what he did to my sister.
There you are! I completely forgot Anubis, and Isis built a section that goes to Necrotis. That was my fault for not telling you. Luckily, the outpost in Kostia City will be big enough for all of us. And we won't need cell phones as they have their own phones installed.
I see. So do we have everything we need? I pack all of my stuff up.
Yeah. We just have to grab Darkatory and Wisty and we should be good to go.
Expect a change of Pharaoh once we return, as Anubis had abdicated as Pharaoh. So once he passes away, the Order and everything else will be Helebithia's going forward, and will be running things for the foreseeable future.
What? Uncle Anubis abdicated as Pharaoh? He literally just said this morning to my mother, he was gonna fulfill his duties till his demise. What changed?
I guess he has gotten so sick that he could not do his duties anymore.
And it's not cancer Anubis is even dying from, according to Darkatory and Wisty. But more on that once we're done with Jupiter Rexon and the Darkia Empire.
Okay, you sure you guys are ready for this? Remember, this is not no ordinary enemy that we will be facing. I mean, with Jupiter that's different. But with the Paradox, he is the toughest there is, and we cannot kill him since him and the Darkia Empire are mortal. And not to mention, they have not shown their full power, not even once, even the Paradox. And he may have the sacred purple gem. If he has that, then we are fucked. If he uses it or not. Cause that gem is very powerful. No one can never surpass its power, and it can grant any wishes. And I mean anything. So are you sure you guys are ready for this?
Before we go, we're making one adjustment while in Kostia City. Now I don't care so much what you do to the rest of the Darkias and the Rexons, but Paradox is mine, Venom, and Daniel's to deal with once we have him on board. Especially if he's capable of nearly corrupting an infant, so he can't take any chances with him. So it's best you leave Paradox to us three.
If we can get Paradox and the other Darkia Empire members away from the sacred purple gem, me and Apep and Daniel can wish that gem to be sealed away. Cause no one should deserve to have that kind of power. Apep, if you have any ideas where the purple gem will be sealed away at, I would like to hear it.
I know just the place. The exact place where I dueled Oedipus and sent him 12,000 years into the past, the astral chaos. We seal that purple gem there. Abamashi and the astral gods will take care of the rest once that gem is in their possession.
Alright. Sounds good. Now just making sure. Is everyone ready for this? Cause this might be the toughest and longest battle we may ever face. So are you sure you guys are ready for this?
Your lord's more than capable of leading an army into a war of this magnitude. It's not as cut and simple when we engage war with the Roman Pantheon the first time. That's why I said we're staying in Kosia City once we get there. As we both know, this is gonna take a good while. Especially with Jupiter Rexon teaming with him. Jupiter's endgame by teaming with Viperadoth was already obvious. He wants retribution for Oedipus, since Jupiter Rexon is his father. As far as Viperadoth's not so sure as he wasn't in Astralis due to the anti-demonic war it has due to the thousands of souls living there.
Yeah, Viperadoth does not care what Jupiter does. But there is one thing Viperadoth wants to do, and that is to turn every single world, including yours, into pure darkness. And he wants to kill Daniel so badly, cause of his bloodline Darkia defeated Viperadoth 3,000 years ago. And Viperadoth wants revenge on Daniel. Not only Viperadoth has gotten more stronger than ever, he is way too dangerous. He is very smart too. Like how he almost corrupted my son.
Well, he's about to get humbled in battle again. Not only by Daniel, also you and myself. Since I was already the most feared man in the entire universe, even after my stint in Mahabane. Maybe not to those darkest, but every mortal who's ever spoken my name.
Yeah, though I don't know, cause like I said, Viperadoth is way stronger than 3,000 years ago. And again, he had not shown his full power at once, so it might be harder than you think.
Then this might be the first time he does, once he sees the power I possess.
We await your first order as Pharaoh, Apep.
All I'm gonna say is prepare to walk through the scorched fires of hell as if it were your last day. Welcome to your new living quarters for the next 29 days. This till the war with Jupiter Rexon and the Darkia Empire concludes. We had to bring each of you 6 at a time so the Darkia Empire wouldn't notice you since they're running rampant ever since Doug. And Natrix lost to Hasim and Shah here when they were doing recon here last week.
Holy shit. This place is huge.
I think we all have the same reaction. You definitely outdid yourself this time, Apep. I knew you were a battle tactician, but I didn't think you'd go these lengths to find a luxury outpost that's sitting dead center 40 miles away from Kosia City.
And it paid off. Apep's always been one to use his head. Something Anubis has always lacked. We're already starting off the right way, like we should have done with Oedipus.
Though, there are people in the Order that would disagree with you, Xathra. But to each their own.
The rest of you settle in. Father, Venom, Abamashi, come with us to the meeting room. I think we better address the elephant in the room, that being Daniel. Bringing him aboard isn't the issue, it's his attitude. He's gonna be a pain to work with according to Venom. He has a similar mindset to that of Anubis. So we need to figure out a backup plan just in case Daniel turns us down.
Yeah, his no-killing rule is gonna pose a bit of an issue, since Jupiter Lucina and Discordia want to do exactly that for what happened to Oedipus.
Well, he can turn down if Viperadoth is involved in this. Daniel hates Viperadoth, cause in Daniel's hometown, Mystica was destroyed by the Darkia Empire and Viperadoth. If Viperadoth is teaming up with Jupiter, Daniel won't let that slide. He has been fighting the Darkia Empire for a long time, and he is the only person that Daniel wants to kill. Daniel wants to kill the Darkia Empire and Viperadoth. That's the only people he will kill, not the other threats in this city.
We don't have a choice when it comes to Jupiter Rexon. All three of them have Eastwind for. Seeing they're the only three Roman gods remaining from their pantheon, seeing Jupiter killed most of them himself with that Sith of Warwind he carries around.
I'll talk to Daniel and see if he won't have any problems with us killing Jupiter fuck. I'm sure he don't mind though, since Jupiter fuck is a god-level threat. So I think we should be okay with the whole Daniel thing, you know.
But you can understand why we raised that concern. Xathra, Apep Lilith and myself come from a different world and go by a much different rulebook than we do. Which brings me to our next problem. Giving him Northwind.
Abamashi, father and I had a talk about this beforehand. It would be best Daniel does not have Northwind. We don't want a similar situation that happened in the Astral Chaos where he ends up abusing the form years down the line, and we have to end up taking it from him. That's a risk we can't take, especially in a war of this magnitude. As much we'd like to, but it's a risk we can't afford to take.
And Daniel will more than likely go after Vi Paradox the second he receives it, as that's not how Northwind works. You have to work with it first before you use it to your heart's desire.
If I may, you may not know Daniel and I do, but knowing him, he never abused or let any kind of power get to his head. Like I said, he has god forms too, like a blue form or anything like that. He has been trained by his father and his old master into a warrior. He never lets any power goes into his head, or use any type of power. I have learned that from him in the past. Just give him a chance. Let him prove himself to you all. Plus, Daniel needs to become stronger to face Vi Paradox and the Darkia Empire. If he does get out of line, I will take care of it. I'll make sure he won't get out of line. Just give him a chance.
That call isn't one for myself, Apep or Lilith, to make. Abamashi is the only person that can approve who and who can't have Northwind, since he's the one who founded the former side from Apep. Final call is yours, Abamashi.
I'll allow it, on one condition. It must be done under my supervision. If Daniel takes off to fight Vi Paradox and gets his ass handed to him the second he receives the form, we're gonna have a real issue. Xathra or Apep won't say anything, but I will.
Now, how do we find him? Since our outpost is in a forest and he's 40 miles away from here.
I know where to find him.
And that would be where?
He usually goes to a park in the city. Lucky for us, I know where it is. It's not far. He goes there to either clear his mind or protecting the city or anything there.
Then the three of us will go and find Daniel. Be on your guard once we leave this outpost, since the Darkia are now aware about Northwind, myself, and Lilith, so they may think he knows about us.
Don't forget Jupiter Rexon could possibly be here in Kostaya City as well, so I'd tread carefully when looking for Daniel. That goes for all three of you.
Yeah, and knowing them, they might go after Daniel and his friends, so we better hurry.
You've lost yourself, low-key. I warned you working with that Alan Rose was bad for business. And yet here we are. Now I think about it. Freya and Illusion were right about you. You care about no one but yourself. As of this battle, consider your sorry ass terminated as advisor for Valdai. You only aligned with us because you had an agenda to fulfill. We on the other hand, not so much. On a side note, it's sad that Anubis won't live for much longer. Though he and I exchanged words over the years, I never wish cancer on my biggest of enemies.
Ragnahida,
I couldn't be more prouder of you than I am right now. You've seen through Loki and Alan Rose's deception and fought back. Your anger toward Anubis is gone.
It's a shame he won't live till the end of the year so he can be here with us like we discussed. Any word of where Pharaoh, Apep and Empress Lilith are?
No, not yet. They just left 5 days ago, and no one in the Order will tell me where they are.
Not even Apep's order is saying a word. How unfortunate. We'll worry about that later. Loki's dead, that's all that matters. Not Kor, Aztec.
We will ask you again, Firestorm Wolf. What do you know about the Empire of Northland? Tell us now, or we will kill you and your family. Ha 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 ha.
These two again? Didn't Hassim and Shah here just cripple them last week?
They're quite the resilient bunch, aren't they?
They don't just give up. Remember, they are mortal. And thanks to the power of darkness, they can heal pretty easily.
We should have done this ourselves from the start had Anubis not initiated that war in Greece. Hang back, Venom. Lilith and I will take care of it. We're gonna hit them with everything.
Just remember, don't underestimate them. They got something else hidden under their sleeve.
They might have been able to keep up with Northwind too, but not master true Northwind. Meet us outside the park once we're done.
Go fuck yourself. I told you. I don't know anything about this so-called Empire of Northland. I don't know who they are.
Still united us not. Very well then. Guess we will play with you more. And then we will kill you and your family and your friends.
Says the two rejects of the Darkia Empire, who couldn't last 2 minutes against Hassim and Shahir in Northwind 2.
Who are you?
Brought friends of yours, I see. From the Empire of Northland.
Snake God of Heaven, Pharaoh of Elabithia, and the one who founded the Empire of Northwind.
Wait, the actual Snake God Apep. But now, I thought it was just a legend.
My husband is far from a legend, dear boy. Now, if you don't mind, it's time we teach Darga and Natrix here a lesson of not knowing who their superiors are.
We shall see about that, woman. For we are the darkness, the true ultimate warrior of darkness. We live to serve our king, and no one will get in our way. We are the darkness.
Do us a favor. Try lasting longer than 2 minutes this time. You can last more than 2 minutes! Shocker! Why didn't you two twits do that before against Hassim and Shahir?
You really think we're that stupid? We held that power against them, to study them, what their power is, and the power of Northland, so we can learn more about it and to be able to keep up with the power of Northland. And when we fought them, we were only at 15% of our power. We are full of surprises. In fact, for you let us use 30% of our power, and because of that, I think it's time to show you our true power. Come, brother, the time has come. Okay, brother, let's show them our true power.
Fusion! Really? We're supposed to be intimidated by that?
You can call us Narga the Negative. We are now powerful. We will go easy on you by using 10% of our power.
Do these dark and low lives take us for fools? We're hitting them with everything we got, and they're toying with us.
They're smart and calculated like us. We're given that. Now they fused into one. It just made pummeling them a lot more easier. Fall back, Lilith. I got this.
As you wish, darling. Jilda Ashtek.
Darkia, was it? Consider yourself honored, as you will be the first to witness the pinnacle of the full weight of Northwind's terrifying power.
What the hell? What kind of power is this? This feels like it will destroy Kostai City.
What is this form?
As the true Northwind Apep, and unfortunately for you two Darkia pieces of shit, you're about to reap what you sowed, starting now.
This should not be possible. This tower, it feels like it's on the same level on our king. How is this possible? We're at 50% of our power and they don't even look tired yet. And yet, we are being pushed back by their power. How can this be?
You to think you're the first god complex megalomaniac to threaten to bring war to our door. Newsflash, you're not. Last person Judy was enemies. And now the deceased son of Jupiter Rexon, whom you guys are teaming with. If you want a war, it just came to your front door. The entire empire of Northwind will reign upon every last one. Especially to Jupiter, Lucina, Discordia, including your king. By paradox, consider this a message. Cheota Hakaya Marashi.
My god. I can't believe Apep managed to defeat Narga in just a few minutes. Ha ha ha. He never fails to amaze me.
That was for using the nightmare of darkness on an infant, you low-born pieces of Darkian shit.
You never fail to amaze me, Apep. I still can't believe they managed to keep up with you.
I had a feeling they would. Seeing Hasim and Shah here fought them last week while we were in Greece. It was the beginning of the end the minute I transformed into my newly evolved true Northwind.
Yeah. But before you blast them away, from what I heard, they were at 50% of showing their true power. Don't expect for them to hold back the next time we see them.
That's what they should have done from the start. Now they've seen me and Lilith are the real deal. They'll take us seriously when we engage them next time.
Couldn't have said it better myself, darling.
Sorry to bother you three. But what the hell are you doing in my city? Are you new members of the rivalry? Or the dark side? I heard of you, Snake God Apep. And I won't let you destroy my city.
Neither. Daga mentioned it earlier. The Empire of Northwind. And you can rest easy. I'm not the same Apep from 12,000 years ago. If I wanted to destroy Kostia City, I would have done so already, I believe. My new enforcer and you used to be friends. Yes.
Hey Daniel. It's been a long time. Hasn't it?
Wait. Venom? It's been a long time, my friend. What are you doing here with Snake God Apep?
Your friend Viparadox is teaming up with Jupiter Rexon, the king of the Roman pantheon, and one of 3 gods who has Eastwind, myself, Anubis, my nephew Salazar, and Davina fought his son Oedipus in the astral chaos 3 months earlier. So he wants retribution for his demise. And Viparadox used the nightmare of darkness on Venom's recent newborn Nico while Venom and myself were in Astralis. Our reason here is quite the obvious one, Firestorm Wolf. to recruit you to help us take the fight with Viperidoct and Jupiter Rexon and stop them from initiating a universal war, which can end up catastrophic for your city if left unchecked.
I see. But why me?
Venom, want to tell Daniel what Jupiter Rexon told us in Astralis?
Jupiter Fuck said he has known Viperidox the same time as you did, Daniel. That's why we asked you to join us. If you join us, we can make Viperidox pay for all the things he has did to you, to your family, to your friends, and to your old hometown. And we will give you power to help you fight against Viperidox. What do you say, Daniel? Will you join us?
I see. Very well then. I'm in. Though there is one thing I need to prove if I am willing to join you all.
That would be?
Let me fight Apep. If he wants me to join, he needs to earn my trust. And to make sure he does not pose a threat to anyone or my city.
Venom warned me that would be the case. If I have to fight you one-on-one to give you satisfaction, so be it.
I don't want to sound mean, but we should head back with the others before you two fight each other, to inform them of what happened.
If you want to head back, that's your choice. I run from no one. If Daniel wants me to prove myself, I'm gonna do it. You thought I was gonna turn him down because he's a lot like Anubis. You don't know your lord as well as you think you do.
That's not what I meant. Never mind. I was just saying, that's all. Might as well stay with you guys and watch how the fight plays out.
Very well then, and I know the perfect place for our battle.
Lead the way. I don't think you'd want us fighting in the city anyway.
I don't know who summoned me back to Sphinx Falls, especially when I've just recently abdicated as Pharaoh. As whatever they need, I can help them.
I must say, you look like you've seen better days, Pharaoh Anubis.
Come to laugh in my face that I'm dying of cancer? Have at it. It's all thanks to a Roman we fought 3 months ago.
You don't remember me, do you?
No, you look a lot like Apep, with purple quills and the old black cloak he used to wear back in the day.
Oh, right. I had Apep sent me into the past. I've been in this ghastly form ever since. Let me rearrange that little problem.
Wait, you.
Recognize me now. Anubis?
Oedipus Rexon?
Bingo.
What the hell are you doing here? You're the last person I want to see, especially now I'm dying from one of your poison rings.
I didn't come looking for a fight with you or Apep. Not sure if you were aware, but my father, Jupiter Rexon, aside from my sisters, Lucina and Discordia, are all aiming themselves with the Darkia Empire. It's ironic they now all of a sudden show up after our fight in the Astral Chaos 3 months ago. All 3 of them never cared about me, so I want nothing more than to see my father and 2 sisters fall. So consider this my redemption.
Your father's not a favorable person, is he? Now I can see why.
Which leads me to my next question. Would you happen to know where Apep, Lilith, and their new enforcer might be?
Honestly, no. Ever since they left 5 days ago, I've had no contact with them since I've abdicated.
You've clearly lost your nerve, haven't you?
What? The hell? Ragnahider? What are you doing in Azteca? I thought you despised me and saw me as an ultra-violent monster.
Loki had a lot to do with that. Oedipus and I saw him as the snake he turned out to be. We already took care of both him and Alan Rose. They thought they could use me as a pawn to initiate Everwinter on Aztecan soil like what happened in another timeline. Not this time.
Wait, in another timeline, Everwinter had already happened? What was the outcome?
You won't live long enough for the whole story. Mark's son-in-law Galaxy challenges me and Valdheim, and Apep Hawkeye's low-key into oblivion. And then we go on to take on Alan Rose and Raw Ravon and finally put an end to the decades-long God War.
In other words, Lord Anubis, another God War would have happened regardless. In this instance, it's with my father Jupiter and two sisters, Lucina and Discordia. Our fates were sealed the moment we dueled in the astral chaos. Even if we tried our best to distract ourselves from the sands of fate's fabric, another God War would have happened. Even if myself, you and Apep tried your best to avoid conflict with both our pantheons.
I do have one wish. Before I pass away, this one's specifically for you, Ragnar.
Name it.
When you find Apep wherever he may be, ask him if Elusion and Kamisha's futures in Azteca are secure once I'm gone. Last thing I need is for me to pass away only for Elusion and Kamisha will know where to go.
Ironically enough, I had a similar concern. But if that's your final wish, knowing I may never see you again, I shall grant it.
Ragnar, I found Lords Apep and Venom. They're at a military outpost in Coastal City.
To take battle with Jupiter, Rexon and Paradox, I assume. Let us go, Oedipus. We have business to attend to.
Right behind you, Ragnar. The sooner it helps us dismantling my tyrannical father and sisters, the better.
Alright then. As much we like for you to join us, son. Given your current condition, you're better off here. But I know you'll be supporting us right here at home. You'll make it through somehow. I know you better than that. It's time I say this for once. Chaota, Aztec.
Ragnar, Oedipus Rexon. If you hear this, on behalf of myself, do what you must to beat Jupiter, Rexon, and Paradox. They must not win.
If the All-Father Odin has anything to say about it, me and Oedipus will guarantee that. Son, the gods of Azteca and Osgard are with us.
Okay, this is the place. Snowfield Mountain.
Quite the place you chose. Not the first time I had to duel someone in an Arctic type of setting.
Okay then. Just so you know, I want to see what you can do in this fight. I say, we should start slow. I want to see how strong you are before we reach full power, or anything like that. I always like a good fight. Ha 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 ha.
A good fight, you say, Firestorm Wolf? Then a good fight you shall receive. Just so you're aware, I won't be holding back the whole time. I want you to hit me with everything you got.
Trust me, I won't. But like I said, I'm gonna start slow before I show you my full power.
Now we have that understanding out of the way. Let us begin.
Man, you're really strong. Out of all the members of the Darkia Empire I fought, I can see how you're able to take down Narga. I'm impressed, Snake God Apep.
If they couldn't last 2 minutes against my two sons, Hasib and Shahir, there was no way in hell they stood a chance against me. As my power in terms of North Waiting Seasons, times 1,000, as I, unlike them, worked my body to the bone.
I see. And the way you fight is too brutal. Not a fan of that. Tell me, why do you want everyone to fear you? Do you think it's important? Do you think you're stronger by putting fear into the hearts of men? I don't fear you at all. Maybe if you were trained different and better, you wouldn't have to fight so violent.
I rule through fear, chaos, and destruction, not diplomacy. You would rather have our enemies walk over me? My methods might be extreme to some. It's enough to send a message that if they cross a path, these will be the consequences that'll follow. Take Jupiter Rexons' recent deceased son as a good prime example. Threatened a whole pantheon and tried to justify its unfeigned God, only for him to be humbled and punished severely. So excuse me for enforcing my own brand of justice to make it known. We Aztecans aren't to be trifled with. God or mortal alike.
I see. I can see it in your eyes now. Even though you changed into a good person now, you're still a violent monster. Like Paradox. Killing is never the answer. But for Paradox, that's a different story. He is too dangerous to be kept alive. He must die, along with the Darkia Empire. And as for Jupiter, the way you said about him, I don't care if you kill him or anything, since he has caused so much destruction like Paradox. But to other people, like the dark side and the rivalry, we don't kill them. Me and my friends fight to protect this city, and for Gia.
Not afraid to admit it either. Now as far as this rivalry, or dark side, you keep mentioning. I don't know anything about them or any of its members. We don't have any prior history as far as I'm aware, so I don't have an issue with those two. These days, I don't kill people unless the reason's justified. Like that overweight pig-eyed foe, who's caused nothing but emotional pain unto others for his own pleasure and gratification.
Wait, you mean Eggman? Why? Why did you kill him? I know Eggman did terrible things in the past, but now you've taken his life? Why?
I was the catalyst of why Venom even has the symbiote to begin with. He even experimented on Venom as a child. What sick overweight man has your own family killed? Only for that same person to experiment on you and turn you into his own personal monster for his own pleasure and gratification, as if you were his own. And then when that didn't work, had a serial killer murder his own sister. I would have been already dead 12,000 years ago if he did run away like a pathetic coward and die with dignity. His demise was no one's fault but his own. I was also alertless to my paradox. Why show mercy towards someone who wouldn't shed a tear if you died just to further his own agenda?
I see. I always told Venom revenge is never the answer. But you blinded him for revenge. I should have seen this coming. If Venom says that you're not as red as he says you are, then show me. Snake got Apep.
Call it whatever you want, Daniel. Don't get upset at me because he sought me for restitution on the person that wronged him his whole life, which I was more than happy to oblige in doing. Until you experience death in the same fashion he has, you have no ground to say a fucking thing.
Then make me. Snake got Apep.
Force you, I will.
tell me, why won't you submit? Why don't you feel any guilt from your actions? To prove a point? Trying to be tough? Trying to be scary? Violence and having fear in the hearts of men does not make you scary. It does not make you strong. Only a blind fool relies on that.
I'm not going to submit to you just because you begged me to like a dog. My brother Anubis tried giving me a similar lecture and failed miserably. If he couldn't do it, what makes you think you can? You think diplomacy is the answer to solving everything? It won't. There'll be a time where you have to cast that cowardice facade aside and say fuck you. I'm not going to be intimidated by you, even though I'm a stubborn diplomatic shithead who aspires to grow a scent.
Then you leave me no choice. It's time for me to use it.
Use what?
This Apep. This is the power of Ultra Instinct. Submit now, or do I have to beat you up even more?
You honestly think you're the only one with a mastered version of a god form you already had access to, Daniel?
What? What are you talking about? What the hell? What is that form? This power. It feels so intense.
In other words, I mastered Northwind. I combined two new forms I recently discovered into one. I call this Mastered True Northwind Apep.
Master True Northwind? Fine then. But it won't be enough to defeat my Ultra Instinct form. You're going down Apep.
We'll see about that Firestorm Wolf. Show me this pure-hearted warrior I've heard so much about that despises the Darkia Empire with every fiber of his being.
Sunshine.
Double Hakai Spear and Floater.
Huh? Where did Apep go?
You left yourself open. Give her back and stop.
I'm not done yet. I will not give up.
Interesting.
I understand now. My paradox hasn't used full power at all throughout your countless fights with him, regardless of the form you took. With the three of us fighting him, this might be the first time he's forced to use full power.
What are you talking about?
You honestly didn't think I was defiant with you just for the fuck of it, did you? I had to keep you engaged as long as possible so I can view your past fight battles with my paradox. It's accurate to me during your past fights. He's never used his full power once. And me and Venom in the fray. It may be the first time he does so. Very strategic, that Viparadox.
I see. Well, what are you waiting for? Do it. Finish me off. Show me what a true monster does. Do it. Now!
And prove you right of what you already knew about me? What would be the fun in that? Only reason I'm sparing you is I'm trying to put my violent past behind me. I only said those things to you as motivation so I could see the full extent of your abilities. But the only thing that's accurate about what I said was we did kill Ivo. We didn't have a lot of options of how to deal with you. I used Ivo as an example that I've returned, with new powers to boot. You could argue I could have gone a more civilized way about it. You can't be civil with a mass murderer like Ivo.
So you really have changed. I see now. Very well then. You have passed the test. Lord Apep.
I held back 80% of my power during our fight. Had it not, you would have been dead while you were still in that blue form. My power evolved a great deal since 12,000 years ago, and I'm more self-aware of the damage it can do if not used the right way.
So you were holding back? Jesus. Just how powerful are you?
Northwind's potential is limitless. That's why Donna and Natrix had trouble keeping up with Hassan and Shah here when they were here the week before. My power exceeds my son's time 1,000. You couldn't best me in my strongest form even if you tried. Only person that could 5 years ago was Kiza. But that was back when I was still in my old mindset.
Has Venom fought you before?
Venom's a lot of the reason I'm as powerful as I am. As during the fight I had with him, I broke through my limits twice under 2 hours apart. I fought him for the same exact reason you did, to see if he posed a threat to the Aztecan gods. Only problem was ultimate Venom, so we were able to curb that situation. Venom can even tell you himself.
Okay, but later. So what happens now?
Myself and the rest of the Empire are currently staying at Fort Blackhawk, 40 miles away from Kostia City, one of the former military outposts that GUN had long abandoned. It's the one with the cab of an old luxury Boeing 747 on its route.
I see. Is that where we are going?
Yeah. We'll brief you on everything once we arrive. Lilith, Venom, you two can come out now.
Okay. I say, that fight was intense. Both of you.
Ours was intense too, but not to the level mine and Daniel's was. And I found out something while fighting him. Viparadox never used full power once. So should myself. Daniel, and you fight Viparadox. This might be the first time he does. So prepare for a fight.
Yeah, I mean I told you before, he never shown his full power once.
But I needed confirmation that was indeed the case. Don't take it as me not believing you, Venom. But I'm not gonna go off of hearsay either until I saw it for myself.
And that was Daniel, for proof?
Precisely. Since he's fought Viparadox the longest.
I see. So what now? What shall we do next?
We go back to Fort Blackhawk and plan what we're gonna do with Viparadox and Jupiter Rexon now we have Daniel on board.
Okay, let's get going, shall we?
We shall. Check the hashtag.
What in the holy hell was that?
Venom! Stormbreaker! Now!
You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Question is, are you?
If the moment calls for calm.
Then why act so hostile towards us? Hellabithian god of thunder.
That can't be! I killed you! How is your treacherous Roman still breathing?
How are you even alive?